Protagonist's exile. The story begins with the protagonist, a young merchant, being publicly humiliated and exiled from his village. He is mocked as worse than garbage due to his perceived incompetence and inability to contribute to the village's prosperity. The villagers, including those he once trusted, harshly condemn him, showing no remorse as they cast him out. Revelation of a Past Life, Chapter 1, Detailed Breakdown. After being exiled from the village, the protagonist wanders aimlessly, consumed by feelings of betrayal, frustration, and confusion. As the insults of the villagers echo in his mind, he questions why his life has turned out this way, despite his genuine efforts to contribute as a merchant. It's during this moment of despair that something extraordinary begins to happen. The trigger. While walking through a desolate path or resting beneath a tree, the protagonist experiences an intense headache or a sudden rush of emotions. This sensation feels foreign and overwhelming, like a floodgate opening in his mind. He collapses to the ground, clutching his head, as vivid visions of a life he doesn't recognize begin to surface. The past life memories. The visions reveal scenes of a powerful sage, a person whose mastery of magic, alchemy, and strategy was unparalleled. The sage is shown leading armies, solving complex problems, and crafting items of unimaginable power. Slowly, the protagonist realizes that these are not just random images, they are his memories from a previous life. The protagonist recalls a defining moment from that past life. A moment of great achievement, such as defeating a legendary foe or creating a groundbreaking magical artifact. A sense of deep pride and responsibility, traits that were foreign to his current life of ridicule and rejection. He also remembers details about his death in the past life, possibly a heroic sacrifice or betrayal, leading to his reincarnation. The revelation's impact. Initially, he struggles to reconcile the person he is now, a weak, mocked merchant, with the sage he used to be. However, as the memories settle, he feels a sense of clarity and purpose returning. The protagonist realizes he has retained fragments of the sage's vast knowledge, and while his physical body may not yet reflect his former power, his mind is a treasure trove of wisdom and skills. Key abilities awakened include advanced magical knowledge, spells and techniques that far surpass the norm of his current world. Strategic thinking, insights into how to turn seemingly dire situations into opportunities. Economic mastery, knowledge of trade, crafting, and wealth generation. An emotional shift. This revelation ignites a fire within him. Where moments ago he felt like a powerless victim, he now feels emboldened by the truth of who he really is. The protagonist decides that he will no longer let the opinions of ignorant villagers define him. Instead, he will use his reincarnated wisdom to rise above his circumstances, thrive, and shape his destiny. This sequence marks the turning point in the story, setting the protagonist on a path of self-discovery, growth, and eventual domination in the world that once shunned him. It also hints at larger mysteries surrounding his reincarnation and the potential return of adversaries or unfinished business from his past life. Unleashing hidden power. After leaving the village, the protagonist encounters a dangerous situation, such as a wild monster or bandits. Initially unsure of himself, his past life instincts kick in, allowing him to use powerful magic or knowledge to overcome the threat. This moment demonstrates that he is far from the trash everyone believed him to be. A new resolve. Empowered by the rediscovery of his past life abilities, the protagonist decides to forge a new path for himself. He vows to prove his worth, not for the approval of the villagers who discarded him, but to fulfill his potential and live a life of freedom and success. Setting the tone. The chapter ends with the protagonist walking away with confidence, hinting at the start of a journey filled with growth, revenge, and the exploration of his reincarnated sage abilities. This introductory chapter establishes the main themes of redemption, reincarnation, and the underdog's rise, creating intrigue for what's to come in the protagonist's adventures.